Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Today's date, ladies and gentlemen, of course, November the 25th, 2025, as we are getting ready for the holiday Thanksgiving weekend, as well as Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Just letting everybody know that this will be a blackout. For everybody who is in our business, we are supporting our own Black businesses, of course, across the country, and making sure that we continue to build each other up, no matter what city and state we're in, and no matter where we are, that we're growing, connecting, and engaging with each other as we continue to look at what's happening across this country. And so, with that being said, Global Touch Enterprise. We're a web design and marketing company, of course, based in Houston, Texas. And we're basically helping and assisting entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing a website as a marketing tool and a lead generating machine. And we have so many things going on, utilizing with AI as well, with the chat bots, and then also automation and making sure that you close out the year strong. So the topic for today, and I want to make sure that we reaching out to everybody who has a business, who is online and yet who has yet to be online with their businesses, is the fact that you want to kind of put together a system in place that's going to help you grow to the maximum potential of your opportunity that you have and that you're sharing in the marketplace. And so we talk about closing out the year strong in your business as we get ready to close out 2025, moving to the new year, 2026. So to close out the year strong, you want to review your goals and financials. You want to optimize your operations and marketing, and you want to plan for the new year while also showing gratitude to your team and customers for what they've been able to do supporting you throughout this year, 2025. And I stress this, and I say this every time that I'm on my podcast, is that I want to make sure that you give quality customer service every step of an inch of the way in the community that you serve in. This is vitally important because to be successful in business, you got to know how to reach the people, speak the language of the people, and how you can encourage and uplift the people that you serve in the marketplace. It's all about the PHP effect, people helping people. The more you focus there, the stronger you get, the better you come out. A successful year-end push involves analyzing what worked and what didn't work. You're tackling outstanding tasks that come upon you on a regular basis, and setting a clear path forward to carry momentum in the new year. That's why we always say you want to close the year out strong, but you want to work through the ending of this year through the new year. And we don't do resolutions and nothing like that, but we do set goals, realistic goals that we can obtain on a regular, consistent basis. As a business owner, as a servant leader, as an entrepreneur, your goal is to continue to do that. So we have strategies and we want to plan ahead so that way we don't be left behind. And whatever industry you tap into, are you studying the industry thoroughly? Are you exercising your right as an entrepreneur to learn as much as you can and study your target market? Quality customer service, giving them the truth and being more transparent than ever. So when we talk about strategic planning, we talk about reevaluating your goals. Review your short-term and long-term goals to see what was accomplished and adjust them based upon the year's performance and market challenges and changes that you may have to make. And here's one thing. Remember last year in 2024, before we got this up-and-coming president that we have now, how things were? Do not forget that. Always remember prior year, what took place, what happened, and are you documenting these things? because documentation beats conversation. And the more you stay structured and transparent and more useful to the marketplace of the people you're serving, the better you're going to come out. And so you want to conduct a sprint mentality when it comes to building your business and closing it out strong. And since time is limited, which it is, identify and focus on one key sprint goal that will guarantee the most cash, resolve a major issue, or set up future success. And we want to make sure we want to have that sprint mentality because, again, time is of essence and time is short. So you want to plan for the new year. Well, you want to start planning for the new year by setting financial targets and identifying top initiatives that you set. Do this before the new year begins to avoid losing momentum. And you talk about momentum. And for all of our entrepreneurs who are just getting started in business, well, there is levels to this. And there's also steps that you have to take as a new and up-and-coming entrepreneur, new business owner. And there are stages. You got your first stage in business, of course, is going to be your basics that when you get started, you're in the formulation stage. And when you're in the formulation stage, you don't know everything right away. So you got that. You got the formulation stage, the concentration stage, your momentum stage, and then you have what is called the stability stage. But let's talk about the formulation stage. It's the beginning. I don't know. I'm just getting started. So what do I do, Ed? Study, learn, grow, put systems in place, understanding your financials, how much capital you're going to need, and the type of business that you're running. Is it a service business or a product business, or is it both? Do you want to sell online on your website? Is your website content driven to reach your target market regularly? And is it automated? And do you have AI assisting you? For all of my solopreneurs that's out here today, you're going to have to use these tools in order for you to grow. Yes, AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere, as you know. So why not get with the program, use it for the benefits of good? Every tool we have, ladies and gentlemen, can be used for evil or good. It's upon you, how you see fit to use it. But if you're using it for good, which I'm praying you are, this will give you an opportunity to collapse timeframes. You don't have to worry about the hype of it, but just do the basics of what you need to have done, that you can leave it up to that AI assistant to help you, and while you go and finish other tasks that's most critical for you to grow your business. It's a tool. Always remember, internet is a tool. When the internet first came out in the mid-'80s, early 80s, everybody was really saying, wow, it's the internet. Well, let's look at the history real quick of what happened. Well, AOL came out. I remember that day. And they gave out free CDs for everybody to sign up and do it American Online. Remember that AOL, American Online? So they gave out CDs. Millions of people subscribed. They got millions of customers for free. Here's another thing. Because of that concept that they used back in the 80s, believe it or not, every business adopted that philosophy. They were the first pioneers to do that. Try it before you buy it. Remember that slogan? And so we have this now system that was done over 20-some years ago, 30 years ago, and here we are. You think about that. And when you look at the times we have, you know you're in from your beginning. So if you know you're in from the beginning, How did you get started? What are you using and what are you adopting that's going to benefit your business, your growth that you want to see on a regular, consistent basis? So let's look at that. We talk about financial and operational optimizations that we do as a business owner. We talk about we got to review our financials. We got to analyze your profits and loss statements and cash flow to understand your financial standings. How are you standing today? Do you have $5,000 in your account from your business? $10,000 in your account for your business? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. The answer is no. Well, what is we spending our money on? And is it giving us a ROI, a return on our investment, or are you utilizing the cash flow quadrant like Robert Kiyosaki had taught? Business owner, investor. Are you doing both of those? On the right side of that cash flow quadrant, you want to continue that. So to optimize your operations, if you're not doing your review of your workflow for bottlenecks, gathering team feedback, and see what technology can improve your performance, all these, ladies and gentlemen, you have to do this. It's a tool. And if you're not using the current technology that we have today, now I've been in the tech business, oh Lord, since I worked for, I'm going to give you companies I used to work with in the tech world: Zenith Electronics, Motorola, and Hewlett Packard, and Assist Technologies as well. They're the ones who make the headlamps for the automotive industry. That's the department that I was in back then in the 90s. Now, this is in the 1990s. Before 2000 hit, we were seeing a mass growth in Chicago since we are a manufacturing city. All the manufacturers moved there. We've been having them for years. The railroad systems were created out of Chicago. Yeah. The black man that named Chicago, John Baptiste du Sable, was the black African who named Chicago. And he was from Haiti. And so the history, this is back in the 1800s. So for the history of it, we need to figure out what works best for our personality, what we can understand, what we can do to grow on a regular, consistent basis. It's all about growth, ladies and gentlemen. The more we stay focused here, the stronger we are. The more we come out, the better we are. And nobody can tell you anything. And when I got my degree in electronics, I felt that, well, this is great. But you want to go from good to great. Remember that book, From Good to Great? So if you're not studying, if you're not reading, if you're not being a student of your field, and that's why I was sharing with the young entrepreneurs that I'm always be a student, stay a student, because there's never enough to learn. There's always enough to grow, but you're going to continue to learn no matter how old you get till you're no longer here. So you can't say you know everything, because you can't. There's too much on this planet for us to know to say that we know everything. No. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it factual. And let's help the people, again, as we help ourselves. The more people you help get what they want, you automatically get what you want. So we talk about this. And we talk about maximizing marketing, because my company, Global Touch Enterprise, if you go to our website at globaltouchenterprise.net, you'll see everything that we do. Like and subscribe, of course, my YouTube channel at Edward Peterson Jr. And you will get a chance to see all of my topics that I talk about to help entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing their website. Your website is the hub. It's all about ownership. Do you own your own name? Do you own your business? or is somebody owning it and running it for you? So you want to maximize marketing. Everybody always asks that question, Ed. What kind of marketing campaigns can I run for the rest of the end of this year to close out the year? Well, to do that, you got to review what worked and what didn't in your marketing efforts. If you had a marketing campaign, you should be running your campaigns daily. Every single day, you need to run your marketing campaigns. Consider shifting resources to high return on your investment channels and take advantage of potential tax savings by prepaying for next year's marketing. How much did you spend this month in marketing campaigns? And how much would you spend in closing out the last month of the year in December? And what did you do in October, September? So you know the numbers. If you're studying, if you're really paying attention to your marketing efforts that you're putting out on a regular, consistent basis. I have a lot of clients that I do web design and marketing campaigns for, as well as for organizations, right? And as well as my e-commerce people who sell products online. And so I have different categories for each of my clients based on the industries that they're serving in, and basically dealing with the communities that they're serving in the community that they serve in. So it's a real better way for me to understand how to do the marketing campaigns for them on their behalf using AI, yes I do, as an assistant toward me gathering that with over 50 accounts plus accounts to 100 accounts that I have. So if you look at that, and residual income is the key, don't get it twisted. So if you're doing this consistently and you have a lot of people performing and doing the work and you're getting the results for them and they're getting the results that they're looking for from you as the client, then guess what? They're going to refer more people. My business has been around for a minute, but now I get more referrals than I do anything else. Why? Because of the way I conduct myself, helping more people and being transparent and truthful, being realistic, not stretching the truth, but being straightforward for what you want to have happen. Things do take time, but there are some other ways to do it if you are following a system, which saves yourself time, energy, and money. That's the acronym for system to me. So you want to prepare for your tax season. So you want to start gathering necessary financial documents now. Don't wait till the last minute. It's November. Yes, it's November, Ed. Thanksgiving is 2 days away, and yet I want to grab my financials and making sure that I have ready my preparation for the new year. And you want to back up technology. So ensure all business data and devices are securely backed up before the end of the year. You want to make sure you have that, whatever records. But remember, I tell you this, documentation beats conversation. And if you use the right technology tools for your business, then it should be a streamlined, easy way to do this without having to get confused or puzzled or troubled by not having it. You need to have it. If you don't know how to do it, get someone who does. And you want to communicate and you want to have your team engaging with you if you have a team. Now, for my solopreneurs who don't have a team, your communication should be showing gratitude to your target market, your customers. Thank your customers for their contributions. If you give thank you cards out, most companies still do this today. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for your business. That shows gratitude. And that shows that you're actually there for them. And it's not all about the money, but it is about the service and how you provide that service to your general public of people, your target market in your community. and outside your community if you're online, because now you go global. Once you have a website, once you have campaigns that you run, and you have products and services that people want, need, can afford, serving three things, satisfying three things in the marketplace, you can grow exponential. Okay? So these are the things that you would need to know for your growth. You want to keep communicating on social media. You want to continue to show and post there. If you're doing the search engines with Google, Yahoo, or Bing, you want to continue that. Email marketing, SMS text messaging, all of these tools, all of these devices and things that we have, and we use our cell phones like clockwork. So our mobile devices and your website has to be mobile friendly, and making sure that you're up to date with that. Simple, necessary things that we can do today. We ain't got to spend a whole lot of money doing it. Advertising, if you want to advertise, you can do it on social media advertising. Google has advertising. You don't have to spend a whole lot. You can cut it off at any level you want. It's up to you and what your budget will allow you to do. Getting started, whether you start off at $50 a day or $25 a day, it's up to you. But it's your money. You need to know how to effectively place your ads, put in position, and then also do your digital marketing as well with your flyers, videos, if you're doing those. If you have a YouTube channel like what I have here, then you can promote and post it there. And also your website. Put it on your website. All videos should be there. All digital ads should be there. Everything that the form should be filled out, they should have that there. Your product should be in the front homepage where people can click and buy. And so that's what you want them to do. Call to actions, buttons, and things that are of that nature. And then collaborating with other influencers and other companies alongside what you're doing so they can showcase your stuff, you can showcase their stuff, and that way it's a win-win for everybody. And that's what we talk about, win-win, not win-lose. So you want to align with your team, if you have a team, or you want to align with your customers, and then also your co-oping people that you're co-oping with, so that way you can continue to share what you're doing new in your business and get the information out as quickly as possible. And that's going to keep you in the loop of what people want, need, can afford, and what people are looking for. And people are always out there trying to find what you have. But if you're not in front of them and you're not positioned to be there, then you lose out. And that's what it's all about. And the fortune is in the follow-up. Follow up with your people who have asked questions about your company, your business, your product or service that you're providing. The fortune is in the follow-up. So continue to follow up with them. Send out them the information. If they opted in and filled out your form on your website, why are you not following up with them? Why are you not giving them updates on what you're doing? That's true business. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off my soapbox now because I can tell you I can continue this topic to the end of the year, actually, and beyond. But I want to make sure that you have everything you need to grow, to build, and to get the results that you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, it's all about people helping people. And the more people you help get what they want, again, you automatically get what you want. So with that, I want to thank you all for this opportunity to share on this edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Ed Peterson, based out of Houston, Texas, originally from Chicago. But I want to give you this left note here that if you continue to educate yourself, learn the new tools that we have out here today. That's with AI, that's with ChatGPT, that's with Claude, whatever one you want to use. You want to get on board with this because with that, it can help you collapse time frames. It's your assistant. It's not replacing anybody, but it's good for us to learn as we earn. And same thing in school. We're here to study, to learn, to grow. Let's keep the growth mode going. Don't stop growing. Don't stop learning. Keep doing all of the above, and you're guaranteed to be a successful entrepreneur in the marketplace today here in the United States. So with that, keep the faith, ladies and gentlemen, and keep building your dream.